Los Angeles, California, where the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft. Once again joined by a man who has donated his pants and underwear to the needy and is now currently donating his boner to his own ass. That's Jeff Clark.
Man, I wish my boner was big enough to go in my ass.
And transmitting to us from an igloo made of poop, the Booger King himself, Shuddy Boy.
Yo.
And joining us once again, the MSPH Wrestling Commissioner.
Commissioner.
My friend and yours, Dom Vitti.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome back, Dom. Good to see you.
You too.
Nope. Didn't mean to play that. I don't know why the applause button changed into a lady screaming.
I mean, it still worked.
You're getting there.
It makes the lady scream.
Are you still
Well, that
looking
was
for
just
the
obscene.
applause track? You just fuck it? All right, whatever.
No, it was
I think he's abandoned it.
No, it was that button that just played of a bunch of people clapping and cheering.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Zoom tends to cock block the iPad audio sometimes, which is a bummer. But Dom, shout out to you for another excellent night of MSPH wrestling.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad everybody had a good time.
Yeah, some people had too good of a time.
Yeah, agreed.
If you pulled certain people, but either way, very, very fun. We've also asked you on because we're going to be doing a Christmas movie bracket later in the show, and you are a world-renowned film critic with your
wild card, right?
With your
You are a wild card. I have no idea how you're like the fact that the swing vote is being put in your hand at some point tonight is
Okay.
I love it.
You know,
yeah, it's going to be an adventure for sure.
They should
we
put all
could
swing
end up
votes in your hands now.
with a
Yeah, I agree.
16 and a 15 in the final.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be like Gremlins versus. I think he might go chalk. You strike me as a "It's a Wonderful Life" kind of guy. I guess it's not that chalk, but
Chalk?
I don't know.
never mind.
Is that
Chalk's an
mainstream?
expression like the top 4 seeds of the top teams winning through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't even know the origin of that piece of slang, but it's just something that I hear all the time.
Well, I'll tell you what else is going to be chalk. Later on in the show, also going to be doing a little stunt-a-rooney. I guess we can tease it. Why not? Tickle all of your buttholes with a little feather here. I saw on Twitter there's some new thing that apparently is called Beezin. Dom, do you have any guess on what Beezin entails?
Other than a swarm of bees, nothing that I can think of.
I mean,
you're not going to put a swarm of bees in your apartment.
You're in the. So, are you doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have done it. Like, I even have access to Burt's Bees.
Oh, well, you just left
But
us all
I was
hanging
just
on the
fucking around by being like, I'm not doing any other stunts this year.
Yeah.
I was just.
I had some
You know.
Burt's Bees. I recently used it up, though.
I was
As of
just
couple
being a
weeks ago.
diva. But I'm glad that you're gonna do it because it involves other things.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Allegedly, Beezin is some new fucking lit TikTok trend or some shit where if you get drunk or smoke weed and then put Burt's Bees peppermint lip balm on your eyelids, it
Peppermint
intensifies
or
it.
menthol. So now you're doing it on the outside of your eyelids, right?
Yeah, I will not be applying it directly to my eyeball. That
It
sounds
was
like it'd be uncomfortable.
the way that it says it hurts a little bit. I was like, so you're like flipping up, you're like doing that thing where you turn your fucking eyelid inside out and then you're coating it with.
Oh my God.
Kevin, did you ever do
Sounds
that as
terrible.
a kid?
Flip my eyelids inside out?
Yeah.
I think I did it once, and then my eye hurt for 2 days, and I was like, that juice was not worth the squeeze. I don't know why the fuck I
haven't
did
done
that.
it.
He used to do it. Oh,
I
no.
hate that. I hate that. Please don't.
No.
I actually.
You don't like
that's how
eyeball
I
stuff?
Read the Beezin thing too. I thought it had to go underneath the eyelid, and I was like, "Oh fuck that!" Knowing what I know now,
Zombie Shuddy
knowing what I
just
know now, I would.
scared Jeff.
I'd be willing to do it. I think.
Well, I mean, I thought it would be a funny thing because it was, I don't know. I saw it on Twitter. I don't know how it got on my feed. Twitter seems to be really fucking stupid lately. I'm seeing more tweets from
What?
people that I don't follow just because somebody that I do follow liked the tweet. Like,
Yes, that's been happening a lot more frequently, and it's usually stuff I don't care about.
yeah, like I don't see any tweets from people I follow. I just see the tweets that they like, which is
Yep.
kind of defeats the
I
purpose
couldn't
of
tell
following
you how
people.
many. That's the only reason Marjorie Taylor Greene's tweets show up across my fucking feed is because,
Because I won't stop liking them.
well, it's actually
I don't even
Dr.
really
Steve,
know who that is.
but
Oh, Dr. Steve.
But yeah,
I
I
don't know.
saw somehow it got on my feed that Beezin is something that all the kids are up to, and I thought it would be a fun challenge for Shuddy Boy since Shuddy Boy jumped on the mango grenade.
no,
Which-
I mean, I wish I had really known that this was a serious thing you wanted me to do.
Yeah,
I would've-
I really threw you for a loop by asking who wanted to do it.
And then the conversation was never gone any further. I called Jeff out to do it, and the conversation ended there. So I assumed,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
assumed that it was dead in the water.
I just felt like if I didn't say anything, someone else would do it, and that's what happened. So, I mean, it worked out nicely for me.
What about
Kevin, if
the text where I wrote, I mean, I can do it. I was just trying to spare the Puminati from listening to me being all boring and stoned.
To which I responded, Jeff should do it. And then there was nothing else about it.
No, the only response was Jeff saying, WTF LOL.
Oh, that was for that news story. I don't think was it even related to Beezin at all, Jeff?
I had to pull up my phone, but I think it probably was. Yeah.
Well,
Because
either way,
it-
Shuddy
What the
Boy bowed out and relinquished himself. I kind of thought it would be fun to get you to do it because you test drove the urban legend that if you eat a bunch of mangoes and then smoke weed, you get even higher than you normally would.
Not
And
only did I
you-
test drive it, it is a normal part of my routine. Because,
jizz tastes delicious now.
no, I've been
Kind of mango
eating
tree in his backyard.
dried mango as a snack food.
And you got so high, you fucking turned into a damn mango. So I was kind of
Because-
curious to see which got you more high, Beezin or mangoing. But
I have a feeling the
Babaloo.
Beezin is just because of the mintiness.
Was that one of the 5 Photoshop things that I did
Yes.
for MSPH?
Yes,
yeah,
it was.
one
You
of the
put
funniest
them at
things I've
you.
ever seen. Like I'll still just pull that picture up and laugh because Shuddy Boy was like, "Oh, I got proof of how stoned I am right now from that mango trick," and Shuddy Boy was so stoned it looked like, you know, in the Matrix when, I know Dom remembers this because of his undying love of the film The Matrix, but when Neo is getting interrogated and his mouth disappears. That's what happened to Shuddy Boy's eyeballs. And then Jeff just fucking photoshopped a mango on his head. And to this day, if I'm ever bummed out, I know I can just pull that image up and I'll get a good laugh.
Well, I'm sending you a picture of you, Kevin, that's been making me laugh for the last week and a half because you look terminally ill.
Is it the same one that I really enjoy?
That's
Tell me
hilarious.
which one it is.
I just sent it in the group chat, Jeff.
Is it
I'll
the
send
Willow
it to you.
one?
to you, Dom. No, it's from my first trip out to LA, and we're at the off-brand wax museum.
Gotcha. I can't stop laughing at Kevin as Warwick Davis in the Willow Photoshop. Like I can't stop laughing at it. It's freaking great.
Yeah, shout out to Bill Jackson,
Yes.
the Puminati Photoshop master. But yeah, I went out and I found some Burt's Bees. I found the peppermint shit. It was only available in a 2-pack and a 2-pack. So, well, save that to the end of the show. So,
But
I can keep things on the track.
A lip balm fella, aren't you?
Yeah, my lips get chapped very easily.
So having a 2-pack is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, I just have like 15 other fucking half-used lip balms
But
all
are
around my
they
apartment.
seasonal?
They're not seasonal, and they're not, you know, the specific call for this, you know, weird trend that's allegedly.
Well, no, I just meant you can shelve them until the Burt's Bees is gone, since it's Christmas
I'm always skeptical
season.
on whether these trends that make the news are even in fact happening. You know?
Well, this one is much better than testing out the Jenkum one.
Yeah, thank
Or how
God we
about the
never.
Tide Pods? Honestly, dude, if you kind of dedicate, like I know you're spending a lot of time applying for jobs and you got boyfriend duty, but if you dedicate some of your day to just looking up TikTok trends and these TikTok stunts, these kids are up to some shit nowadays. Remember the crate challenge we
Yep.
looked up?
Oh yeah,
It would just like drop these fucking big ass pallets of crates in the hood and they would fucking try to climb up this like ladder of crates and they would fucking fall over and it looked like people took some nasty spills, but like
oh my God, yeah.
there's a lot of crazy shit out there that you can do stunts for. I know you're not a big TikTok guy. You don't even have TikTok, do you?
I have a TikTok, just because anytime I hear about a new social media platform, like I always heard, just grab your name. Like even if it ends up being a dead service in like 3 weeks, you never know what the next big one's going to be. So,
Right.
Does
I
that
did.
mean you're on Parlor?
I must have missed
Heck,
that one.
Parlor. I never heard of that before. Never heard of it.
But no, I do have a TikTok. I never use it. My uncle, for some reason, fucking loves TikTok, so he's always sending me TikToks, like texting them to me. And they always involve 80s toy commercials of like the toys that I wanted for Christmas when I was little. Like
Nice.
who's that Dom, you probably know this one. Who's the monster?
My Pet Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My Pet Monster.
Yep.
Commercials for
Those
that. A Rude
are-
Ralph. You guys
My Pet
remember?
Monsters are highly sought after on the collector's market.
Are you guys
Yeah.
familiar with the Rude Ralph?
I don't remember that one. No.
It's like a a round monster head, and he's all like, "Ugh," like all mangled and shit, and he has one bulging eye, and you can actually pull it out, and when you let go, the string retracts and goes like, blah, 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 blah. It actually kind of sounds like Shuddy Boy going bobbity boobity bobbity bleebity flabbity.
No, I don't remember that at all.
It looks like I just Googled it. It looks like a giant mad ball.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
Dude, TikTok is actually pretty sweet. I'm just too old for it, but you could find a lot of goofy shit to do stunts off of if you have enough free time in your hands.
Well, I do kind of have that going for me, which is nice.
Yeah, it does look familiar, Kevin. And then Shuddy, it does look like a giant mad ball, but he's really, really creepy looking. But he does look familiar.
I loved Rude Ralph when I was a little kid. Holy shit. I brought it to every family function, and I would just shove it in people's faces and pull his eyeball out, and you go, bobbly boobly bobbly gibbly. And then my family would be like, I don't see good things in your future, Kevin, but have fun. Dom, so as we mentioned before, your movie viewing habits are quite legendary.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I've known you, you have always deferred to the straight to the DVD blockbuster bin movies as opposed to their mainstream Hollywood counterparts. Like, fuck Transformers. Dominic wants to watch Transmorphers.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, any of those movies that were at the video store for 5 movies, 5 days, $5. That's what I would pick out and experiment with all the goofy movies, and yeah, that's just how I got my start with it all.
And
We'd
nothing
ride
has
me and my
changed, right?
sister. That's right. Me and my sister would ride our bikes there to Bethlehem Video. We'd pick out our movies for the weekend. Well, a lot of them were real silly, but
Yeah, sometimes what I like to do is I'll pull up Letterboxd D. I'll go on the D, and I'll look at your profile and pull up your diary. So let's see. Let's just take a quick look and see what you've watched recently.
okay.
Hey, can't you put like a Mount Rushmore in there or like your fave five, something like that?
Yeah.
Do you have that on your profile, Don?
Top 5, yeah. Mhm.
Oh my God. Let's
Want to
do
know
it.
what they are? Well, wait.
Kevin, you
wanna
go through
first?
it. Yeah. Kevin, you go through it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I feel like some people keep their Mount Rushmore on Letterboxd. They rotate it, but mine has never changed since I made it. And I don't think yours has either. Has it, Dom?
I might have swapped Big Trouble Little China in for something else. Might have been in. I realized that Big Trouble needed to take its place, and I haven't changed it since. I forget what was even there, but Big Trouble's up there now as a top 5.
Yeah, and
Did
you
you
have
get Armageddon in there?
A top 4, I should say. Top 4. Yeah, Armageddon's not in there.
Wow.
but Total Recall is.
Yep.
Total Recall
on the
kicks
strength
ass.
of the 3 titty chick.
Yeah, 3 titty chick. Can't forget her.
So you got Total Recall, Big Trouble in Little China, 1988's Night of the Demons,
Yep.
and then Ricky O, The Story of Ricky.
Which we've done on What the Fuck That I Just Watched, and it's one of the goriest martial arts movies ever made. It's based off of a manga from I think like the early 90s or late 80s, I want to say. Yeah, it's worth watching if you've never seen it before.
It's
Very
tough to
entertaining.
fucking track down. Like, we used to watch it all the time at your place when we would throw parties,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't seen it since then. I've wanted to give it a rewatch because I remember it being super fun and weird and gory, and it's like the physical copies of it are fucking really expensive. It doesn't
Yeah.
appear to be streaming anywhere, but I'm itching to give that one a rewatch.
Yeah, it was on Tubi for a little while. It might have been for a few months, and that was maybe a year or two ago, and then it disappeared, and I haven't seen it since. That's the only time I've seen it streaming anywhere.
But your most recent movies that you've watched, you watched Willow and gave that 5 dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Something from this year called Christmas Bloody Christmas, which you only gave 2 dicks.
It's terrible. It was on one of the new Shudder Christmas horror movies about a robotic Santa that comes to life in a toy store and goes on a rampage. It sounds really cool, the premise, but it's pretty terrible.
Does sound good. I'm surprised they missed the mark on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like they
Yeah,
just
it is.
took like they made a Christmas version of Chopping Mall.
Pretty much. Yep. And it's from the director of Bliss, from that other original Shudder movie, which I liked, and I think I recommended it to you, but you didn't like it.
No, I wasn't a fan of that one.
Yeah, so it's kind of hit or miss with that director, but I don't know. I didn't enjoy it.
And you've watched Home Alone twice within the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
5 dicker, can't really argue with that. The Velocipaster.
Yep.
You watched The Velocipaster and gave it 3 dicks.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly good.
The blurb for it says, after losing his parents, a priest travels to China, where he inherits a mysterious ability that allows him to turn into a dinosaur. At first, horrified by this new power, a hooker convinces him to use it to fight crime and ninjas.
Yep.
That's
There's
a dumb...
pastor and a hooker fighting ninjas with a paper mache looking dinosaur. It's not even a rubber dinosaur or CGI. It's like a guy in a paper mache costume.
Well, that's a Dom movie if I've ever heard one.
That's right.
Let's see. You watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Looks like that scored well.
Yeah, that was really good.
Slumberland.
How long was that?
About 45 minutes ish. Yeah.
And then you're on the same train as me with this new Christmas classic. I'm dubbing it a Christmas classic. 8-Bit Christmas.
Yes.
I think that movie
really
fucking
enjoy that
rules.
It's gonna be an every year Christmas movie from now on.
Yeah, I already watched it this year with my sister and her husband.
Nice.
I actually tried to watch it the other night, but it was just too late. I snuck in a bunch of Christmas movies somewhat recently to kind of, for homework for this list. And I remember you guys mentioning 8-Bit Christmas was actually a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll make the bracket next year or future brackets, but I just didn't get around to watching it in full. I actually tried to watch it this morning at like 2 a.m. I just couldn't get there.
Well, I tried to do a little bit of Christmas movie research as well. I watched a new Christmas movie. I watched a relatively new Christmas movie. I watched an old classic that I had never seen, and a rom-com Christmas for some fucking reason. And
Boyfriend duty, blame it on.
no, dude, I wish I could blame it on that, but I was just
You were by yourself?
I was by myself and I fucking watched 4 Christmases for some reason.
Yeah, I watched that for the first time last year. I didn't dig it.
No,
I
wasn't
into
good.
it.
Not good.
Not your thing, Dom?
No, I thought it was going to be good from the preview, and I don't know. I don't know why all these years it just passed me by. And I was like, I gotta watch this sometime. It's always on TV during Christmas. I want to watch it. Seems like it'd be decent from the trailer, but no.
It's got a good cast.
Is
Yeah.
that the Reese Witherspoon one?
And Vince Vaughn.
Yep.
But just really couldn't get any of the jokes off the ground.
And that baby puking, they just overdid that one. The first time it was funny, and the second time it was just like, Remember that baby pukes on the girl?
Yeah, and Vince Vaughn has like a strong gag reflex, so he starts like fake barfing.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the big gags in it was one of Vince Vaughn's brothers is John Favreau, and he's all jacked in this, and he's wearing like one of those skin-tight tap-out shirts, and he has a fucking low-hanging mohawk, and he just is endlessly putting MMA moves on him.
Yeah,
and that's
I put that in my letterbox review about all the wrestling moves that were used.
Yeah. It was just like...
Is it authentic or no?
It looked pretty good. There was a sweet fireman's carry that was done. That was nice. I forget. I don't know if Reese did it or I have my review up here.
I actually was thinking about John Favreau because I've been looking at a lot of John Hughes stuff recently. Is he like the modern day John Hughes, or is that too much of a...
Well, John Hughes sort of had a lane and he stayed in it. It was a lot of either like coming of age stuff or like family holiday things. Like, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was R-rated, but it was festive and about like, guys just trying to get home to their families and their wives.
Impromptu Letterbox D game. John Favreau's top movies.
Ooh. Acting?
Acting. He's only directed 10, so that's not.
I don't know why, but my favorite John Favreau role. Actually, I have a few. My official guess will be The Replacements. It's a movie, right? Yeah. With Keanu.
Jeff, never planned to win.
No, Jeff plays with his heart. You can't fault him for that.
No.
But just to get it out of the way, The Replacements is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh no!
6, 7. Number 30 on the list.
I'll go to the
Oh
bathroom.
my goodness.
You guys finish this up.
I'm gonna go with it's gotta be the newest Spider-Man. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Ghost Protocol. Right. Yeah. No,
And Dom, do you have a guess?
I don't remember if he is in this movie. I don't know if Swingers. I want to say Swingers, or did he just direct that?
No, he was in it, him and Vince Vaughn.
Okay, I'll say Swingers.
Okay, so Kevin hit it with number 1.
Suck on my dick!
1, 2,
What a
3,
bitch.
4. Swingers is number 19.
Oh, 11 spots ahead of me. Not bad.
The reason I thought Jeff was not going to do as poorly at this as he did is because The Wolf of Wall Street is number 2.
Oh my God. I mean, come on.
So I
Parmesan.
figured like this was at least a layup to give Jeff a good showing.
Is it allowed? I mean, when I think of Wolf of Wall Street, I clearly don't even think of him. I don't fucking think of him.
Yeah, I don't
at all.
remember him being in it.
He's like their SEC guy, right? He's the guy who like tells them what to do to not. I think he's a lawyer actually in the movie.
My
Fair
favorite
enough.
Jon Favreau movie is PCU.
It's a good
I
one.
forgot he was in that.
Okay.
And
yeah, Freddie was in that too.
It's one of
But
those
that's
movies that
number 36.
yeah, I honestly thought PCU was like in the same vein as Old School and The Hangover. I thought it was like one of those comedies that just everybody had seen, and it's real fucking obscure apparently.
I don't think either one of my brothers have seen it, and they watch a lot of fucking movies. Like they go out of their way to watch movies, and neither one of them.
PCU, like I said, was number 36 on Jon Favreau. It is number 35 on Jeremy Piven.
God
That's
damn.
ridiculous.
PCU kicks ass. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Have
Not
you
bad.
seen
What else?
PCU, Dom?
A long time ago. I would need to rewatch it to give it a proper rating, but I remember enjoying it.
What other Christmas movies did you watch recently, Kevin?
Oh, sorry, I derailed us.
No. I mean, I watched. I don't know why. I've actually been wanting to check it out for a while, and just kind of like when you're gonna go in the ocean and it's freezing cold and you're just fucking putting it off. Like,
Yeah.
I knew
It's me for the last 10 years in the Pacific.
I knew it was gonna suck, but I watched the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix with Kurt Russell playing
Oh yeah,
Santa.
I saw your rating on that. Yeah.
And as much as I love Kurt Russell and as awesome as he looked as Santa, that movie just stunk. It stunk
Man.
like fucking Santa's sweaty nuts dunked in eggnog after delivering presents on Christmas Eve. Like, the script was so bad, the jokes were just awful. It had a weird crowbarred in song and dance number. Like the kids were stupid.
See, this whole bracket's gonna be interesting to me because I watched a lot of Christmas movies recently, and I haven't watched nearly as many as you, I don't think, Kevin. But like, have you noticed that most of them are cheesy, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of how it goes.
It's kind of like what game developers did with movie-related properties to early video game consoles. Like every game that was based on a movie that came out for Nintendo or Super Nintendo, they all sucked ass. They were all terrible because they knew they didn't have to put effort into it. It's like it already does its own heavy lifting. People liked the movie, they'll see the video game, they'll buy it, they'll realize that it sucks ass, and then haha, too late, we already got your money. And I think that's what happens with Christmas movies. There's of course that built-in audience of, Hallmark Channel viewers that will legitimately like these movies.
Hallmark Channel is the new Lifetime, isn't it?
Yeah.
At this point, like this, it's how Lifetime was when we were kids.
Yeah.
I think it is. Isn't it literally the new channel for Lifetime? Or no, is there actually still a Lifetime channel? That's all they watch in the fucking nursing homes. I went and visited my grandmother in her nursing home, and it's just like every room on her floor has the Hallmark channel on. Every fucking room, and it's got that. I don't know. It's got the same. They have like the same 4 actors that star in every movie.
No, Lifetime is still its own thing.
Oh shit! All right.
The Hallmark Christmas movies, they all have the same actors. It's all the same cheesy, hokey, saccharine bullshit. The humor is all just the basest level possible, and people like it because they all end with just kind of like Fast and the Furious movies. They all end with, "Oh, we're family. It's family." It's the same message. So it's old people on death's door, corny grandpa jokes, and then a positive message. So it's rinse, wash, repeat, same shit. But back to our Christmas movie and bracket discussion, I wanted to make sure I filled in a gaping gap. I'm not talking about my ass. I'm talking about Miracle on 34th Street, the 1947 one. And I was kind of preparing to just slough my way through it of, a dialogue of nothing but "Meow," and darling, you're a star. Not bad.
Yeah,
I dug it.
I agree.
It wasn't horrible.
I rewatched it the other night, and I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying the fuck out of myself right now.
I don't know if I would say enjoying the fuck out of it, but I liked it. It's a 3.5 dicker for me. Guy that played
Fair
Santa
enough.
kicked ass. Oh, you know what, Shuddy? Can you allow me to do share screen real quick?
I don't know why you wouldn't be able to do that.
Host disabled participant screen sharing.
Just to clarify, Kevin, you watched the 47 Miracle on 34th Street, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen the
Okay,
remake.
Cool. Okay, me too. That's what's on the bracket.
And then I watched a new one. My fucking laptop just slowly slid off the couch without me noticing it and landed sideways on the floor. And of course, like when you drop buttered toast, the topping side landed face down. It fucking landed on the side that had the charger plugged into it. So it dorked the charger in the port. And the quickest way to get a replacement USB-C charging cable was to order one for pickup at Best Buy. And when I picked it up, I got an email being like, "You've successfully picked up your order. Here's some benefits." And since it was an Apple product, I got a free trial of Apple TV Plus or whatever the fuck they call it. So I watched Spirited, the new Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds Christmas movie.
Real quick,
Yeah.
can I ask you how you like Apple TV Plus? Because I think it kicks ass.
Well, this was the only thing I watched, and right when I hit play, it was like somebody put 15 pairs of sunglasses on me, and it was so fucking dark we could barely see what was happening. And we fucked around with all the settings, maxed out the
HDR
brightness.
probably, right?
I think I got it, Kevin.
It blows my mind. I can't believe that streaming producers and fucking TV manufacturers haven't gotten on the same page to get rid of this problem. Like, it's happened before when I rent movies on Prime. It happens on Disney Plus shows. And now Apple TV Plus. The first and only movie I've ever watched on it was like watching it through 15 pairs of sunglasses. And then when it ended and you go back to the menu, you're fucking blinded. Because the menus are at the appropriate brightness. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. But Spirited was too long. It was over 2 hours. Lots of song and dance numbers. And they were not good. But for some reason, it really did. It had effective Christmas cheer sprinkled into it. And Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell were both charming, and I liked their chemistry and their bromance. It should be lower, but honestly, it was a 3-dicker for me.
I have that one on my watch list.
Why
It's the
should
only
it be
place you
lower?
can watch it.
It should be lower because there's way too much singing and dancing in it, and the singing and dancing is very bad. The jokes aren't all that great. There's a weird love line thread with fucking Will Ferrell and Octavia Spencer, and the two of them just have zero chemistry, and it's like, why are you crowbarring this in? This is not working.
That's how I felt about Adam Sandler and Queen Latifah in that basketball movie.
Yeah. But, I mean, I like the ending of it. It's got a good vibe. I like the story. The story was kind of cool. Like, there's this ghastly organization that Christmas Stories people, they pick like one jerk off a year and then Christmas Carol them. And Ryan Reynolds is like marked as an irredeemable. Like, there's no way we can turn this guy around and give him a Scrooge moment. And Will
Deplorable,
Ferrell,
if you will.
yeah, Will Ferrell fights, and they're like, no, this is the perfect guy to go after. And it's just that story.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that doesn't really do anything for you, then the movie probably won't either.
I saw two Christmas films that Kevin's already seen.
Oh, yeah?
Violent Night.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Which,
Lucky. I haven't seen it yet.
oh my God,
Fucking kicks ass, right?
fucking ruled. It ruled. Even after Kevin's glowing endorsement, I went in a little hesitant, but it was a fucking blast. it was overly. I don't want to say overly, but it really leaned heavy into the cheesy Christmas movie elements at times, almost like they were openly poking fun at the tropes, and it was just super fun and violent. And I loved the shit out of the Home Alone sequence.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
was like probably it took the Home Alone booby traps to an extreme level.
Yeah. That movie was enjoyable, and then when it hit that sequence, it cranked it the fuck up, and it stayed there the rest of the movie.
It
And I was
sure
like,
fucking
oh my
did.
goodness.
It sure did.
That and 8-Bit Christmas are the two surprise new additions to my... And I don't do Christmas movies like I do horror movies around Halloween, because, as we've talked about, there's not that many great ones.
Some could be said about horror movies also, that there's more bad than good, but
Yeah, I'll listen to that argument, but I even enjoy the bad ones. I feel like Dom and I have a lot of crossover
Good.
on our horror movie watching.
Yeah, we
I
do.
loved it. It was it's a four dicker for sure. And then I also watched the Guardians Christmas special.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Also cheesy, but a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A really light, a really easy 45 minutes. It was a nice, easy watch.
How many dicks are getting plopped in your mouth?
4 on that.
Oh, man, I gotta... All right, so feel free to clown on me as much as you want, but I played tennis with Carl this weekend. Yesterday, actually.
Great workout. Great workout.
Yeah, I'm realizing that now as I'm so thrashed I can barely walk. Like, my fucking ass hurts. My ass cheeks are on fire. So I'm going to try and see if I can put some CBD roll-on stuff on my butt cheeks real quick and hope that my penis doesn't plop out.
It's like basketball. It's like the best workout you can do. It's pretty much all like wind sprints and like interval training. Did she play tennis?
So we both took lessons when we were younger, but we weren't like on the fucking tennis team or whatever, if that's even a thing.
It is, for sure.
But I just remember enjoying it. And when I was visiting my mom in Florida, there's like a tennis court near the development she lives in. And I remember, playing a lot of tennis with my grandpa when I was a little kid. And I was just like, I remember enjoying that. And I haven't done it in a while. And I don't do a ton of physical activity. I definitely got to get back into the fucking exercise bike and shit. But I was like, this could be a more fun thing. Like, if I enjoy what I'm doing, kind of like snowboarding. Snowboarding's a good workout. It's a pain in the fucking dick to do regularly because it's either a road trip or a flight. I was like, this could be easy. And I looked it up on Amazon, and I found tennis rackets that were like $15 a piece. And I was like, oh, shit, we're in. This is some active, fun activities for low budget. This is my jam. And the two of us sucked. And I'm realizing now the next time we play, I'm setting up a fucking video camera because the saves that I tried to make had Carl laughing her ass off. And I'm like, let me guess, it's my awkward bone structure leaping for these things, right? And she's like, oh, yeah. Like, when you're intense, like trying to run and hit the ball, like my lips disappeared. They rolled in like this. And then I puffed my cheeks out, and then my eyes bugged out of my head. So I'm running around the court like this, and then I'll twist it up in the air trying to like whack the ball back to her. I feel like that'll be a fun thing to show you guys so you can clown me.
Oh, yeah. I'm into that.
But oof, yeah, I am head to toe in pain right now.
So it's like going to be a thing that you and Carl keep doing, though?
Yeah.
I feel
Probably
like
not.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know why I have this impression, but I feel like she would be over it before you. Maybe it's just the way that her whole dog adoption process has been going.
No, it's worked out for this one.
All right, fair enough. All right. Well, hopefully you keep up with tennis. That'll be a funny thing to check in on you every week.
I tell you what, the pain in my knees towards the end of it definitely was like, oh fuck yeah, I'm in my 40s for sure. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
It's when it all goes downhill.
that's like a
I know for
sport
sure.
you can't even like train for.
Yeah,
It's
Dom,
just like
your 40s are tapping you out when you eat hot dogs.
I know. It's starting to improve now, but yeah, it was a rough start to my 40s. The first 2.5 years were pretty rough, but it's finally
Oh.
starting to come around.
how so? Can we talk about any of
Well,
this?
the
Yeah,
hot dog.
sure. Well,
He almost
that
died on eating a hot dog. Jeff.
that-
Right.
two
I mean,
other
that's
things.
bad, but like that's not the.
Yeah, I had herniated discs in my lower back. So like when I sit for a while, like sometimes I'll get like tingling in my feet for that sciatic nerve. But it's
That's
improved.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go to physical therapy for that, and then I slipped and fell on the ice last winter because there was ice underneath snow, and I didn't see it, and I was carrying a garbage bag in one hand and a snow shovel in the other, and I had nothing to break my fall, so I went right down on my left side. So when my right leg slipped, I like injured my inner groin on my right side from my right leg slipping, and then my left side, I went down on my left elbow. And my left shoulder was like crippled from that too, so I had to go to physical therapy for that.
You got hurt in Columbus.
And I got hurt in Columbus. Yep, my foot hit the curb, went on the motorbike, on the scooter, on the scooter. So
when we were on the electric scooters, all wasted, I'm ripping around like a lunatic. Nothing happens to me. Dom is being cautious and responsible, and fucking gets hurt.
Yep. That last part, I followed you through that little tiny space, and then I ended up just hitting that curb like what, a couple hundred feet of like few feet before we got to the parking garage,
Yeah,
the parking spot.
Well,
It was a rough start, but
it's only uphill from here, Dom.
that's right. It's been going uphill from here, so things are looking up.
Oh, wow, my fucking ass is all tingly now after putting that roll-on CBD stuff on it.
You put roll-on CBD stuff on your butthole?
No, my butt cheeks. But now that the sensation is kicking in, I might give myself a little swipe down the middle.
Oh,
See what's up.
little CBD
Is that a
credit
reverse
card?
credit card? If you're putting stuff in your butt crack versus attempting to extract some of your essence.
Oh man. I don't know. We'll have to get an official ruling on that later. But
That could be we need a Twitter poll for this week. We didn't do it last week.
what's the poll?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, good one.
I'm just, now that we were thinking, but when you said we have to get a consensus, it just reminded me that we need to come up with something to put up on Twitter.
Well, let's see if one just comes up naturally. But in the
Well,
meantime,
just keep thinking about it.
I forgot to, now that I have share screen permission, after watching Miracle on 34th Street, I figured you guys would get a kick out of this headline. Let's see if this works. Kris Kringle crazy? Court case coming calamity, cry kiddies.
I like the coming with a K, the Mortal Kombat style. I love that.
Well, they did that with every word, Dominic.
I know, but the K, the Mortal Kombat has used K for coming soon. Yeah.
Like when they announce a new Mortal Kombat, Dom is coming in his pants.
Yep. With a K.
Dude,
But yeah.
my brother doesn't he doesn't dislike movies. He doesn't have very strong opinions. Actually, one of the movies on this list is because she has such a strong opinion of it. But he fucking hated Mortal Kombat.
What, the new one or the old
yeah,
one?
the new one. Like he fucking hated it.
I mean,
that's the
it had some-
maddest I've ever seen him leave a movie theater.
I feel like it did have some cool kills and stuff,
Wow.
but the Mortal Kombat tournament never even starts in it, which is weird.
Yeah, I feel like it was like a build up to the next one that they're making, if it's going to be made. I'm not sure. And then that random character that they created for the movie, I forget what the heck his name even was at this point. He's not that memorable.
Oh yeah, he's stunned. He was just like an
but-
MMA fighter, a human MMA
Yeah,
fighter.
I was like, John Smith or something. I don't know, but everybody else, I mean, I thought it was good. The fights were cool when there were fights. Special effects were cool, but yeah, I think it was just build up to the next movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've talked it up a lot. Should we start the bracket?
Well, let's just skip it.
I'm down. Let's start it.
Been working on this thing for a while. We can't skip it, Shuddy. I actually probably could have done this last week. Like I had all the movies down, but I was just like kind of nervous. And I was like, you know what? I got to watch a few. And then Melvin kind of got in my head on the 15 seed that I ended up adding to the list, kind of helped me round out my bracket. And then Kevin also helped with the 16 seed. But let's start actually with the first seed versus the 16 seed. So the Clarks decided that A Christmas Story is the best Christmas movie. But we did sneak in the 1947 edition of Miracle on 34th Street as the 16 seed. I guess, I don't know. I feel like I know how Shuddy and Kevin are going to weigh in on this, but Dom, what do you think of both of these movies?
Miracle on 34th Street I've only seen once, and it was probably 25-ish years ago, maybe 30 years ago.
That's
Long
about
time.
how long it's been since I've seen it. So,
And I remember enjoying it, but A Christmas Story is an absolute classic, and nothing can touch that one. So, but this doesn't even. There's no comparison for those two. My opinion.
So would you put Christmas Story as your number one overall seed in the Christmas movie bracket?
Mm,
Don't tell us.
it's up there.
Which one? Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for sure.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, Christmas Story gets my vote as well.
mine as
So-
well.
Okay, cool. I was thinking of a curveball right before we started recording. If I did, as a 16 seed, Charlie Brown Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and you just watch them all in one viewing, it would probably go like 90 minutes, about the runtime of Christmas Story. As three of those in a handicap match, does it even put up a fight against Christmas Story or Christmas Story?
I would put
Rudolph.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on its own against Christmas Story, and
Yeah.
I would pick Rudolph.
Okay.
Yeah,
90
I think Rudolph is awesome.
Rudolph is one that I watched a lot as a child. That was my go-to Christmas movie. And so was one that got a little reference in Guardians of the Galaxy's holiday special, Santa Claus versus the Martians.
Hmm.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah. I mean, I even asked at my fancy pants brunch, I threw it out there to those Hollywood guys to see what they thought. And they kind of came back at me with the same thing I said, that like most Christmas movies just suck. And the classics are the shorts. You know, Grinch, Rudolph. Some of them liked the what's the Laurel and Hardy one? March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Damn,
Yes.
I don't even know
I
that
think
one.
so.
Yeah,
That's
so-
one of the few black and white movies that I enjoyed watching as a kid.
I actually like really fuck with Charlie Brown Christmas. Do you guys like that?
Yeah, it's been a while
I
since
have
I've seen it,
no ill will towards a Charlie Brown Christmas at all.
but you don't enjoy it.
Here's a couple of the
I don't
honorable
seek it
mentions.
out, but if it's on, I do
Okay.
enjoy watching it. But I don't know. It, like I said, Rudolph was my go-to every Christmas as a kid. Like that was my Christmas thing. It wasn't ever Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
And I didn't even really fuck with the other movies in that same animation style.
Yeah, there's like a name for them. It's like the two creators of it or something. Is Rudolph the one that has the cold miser and the heat miser?
No,
That's a separate thing, right?
that is a separate thing.
Rudolph he's the reindeer with the red nose, Kevin.
No,
You fucking fart sniffer.
Hey, real quick before we move on to the next matchup, And let me give you some of the honorable mentions that I had here for
Rankin
the
and
16th
Bass.
seed.
Yes. Yep. That's it. I just looked it up.
I like that movie Christmas Every Day. We've talked about it, but I think that's a made for TV movie. That would have been just a personal choice. The Family Man, which I watched recently with Nick Cage and Tay Leone. Is it T or Tay? She's fucking hot, regardless.
She
I would
is.
let her
It's Tia.
fart all over my wiener.
I mean,
The
that
night
scene where they show
before-
her like soaping up in the shower through like the slightly misted glass. Whoa. Yeah, she is a fucking underrated babe. And I recently watched Family Man for the first time, trying to fill in my Nick Cage gaps. And spoiler alert for this movie, I don't know if anybody gives a flying fuck anyway, but the weirdest thing about this movie is it's almost like a Christmas Carol in and of itself. Like, he's this rich, ultra rich Wall Street guy. He doesn't have a family. They start the movie with him and Tia Leone as college sweethearts, and she's begging him not to get on this plane and go off to his internship in London. And he does. And while he's there, he, discovers how much he truly loves money and just blows off any sort of family life, and then gets teleported into an alternate reality where he didn't get on the flight, married Tia Leone, starts a family with her, and he desperately wants out of it, but like all Christmas movies, he learns the errors of his ways, and this is the life he actually wants, and he grows to love these fake children that exist in this universe, and then he gets teleported back to his old self, and then he hunts down Tia Leone, and he rants like a maniac, like, hey, I went to this alternate reality where you and I got married and had a family, and I loved our kids, and blah, 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 blah. And then they go on a date, and the camera fucking pulls back, and the credits roll, and it's like, you fucking Thanos snapped those kids out of existence. He grew to love those kids, and they're fucking gone. They essentially got aborted. And they just gloss over that. It's never addressed that those kids do not exist anymore. Really fucking weird.
And that sucks. I also thought just like the ending was a little clumsy. Like, I liked like 90% of the movie, but then like how they wrapped it up was like, I don't know. It
was weird.
It was too yada yada. And dude, Don Cheadle as the stick-up kid, or the dude robbing the liquor store. I know he's playing like the angel as well, but that was so inauthentic and weird.
Yeah.
Watching Don Cheadle act like a tough guy. Wait a second.
Yeah,
This is
I agree.
weird.
That was tough. That was a tough pill to swallow.
The other ones that I had here, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I can't believe that didn't fucking make the bracket. That is so weird.
Same here.
Looking at the other things that are on this bracket that got in there before it, like Jack Frost, the ref, Jack Frost beat A Nightmare Before Christmas.
The ref was that was a Cheech. That was a Cheech movie. He loves that movie.
That was his bracket version of Christmas Goulash.
Oh wow, that's sore subject. Not cool. Not cool. The Nightmare Before Christmas came out 2 weeks before Halloween. That's kind of what fucked me up about
I
it.
never
It was like,
ever really think of it as a Christmas movie. I absolutely think of it as a Halloween movie.
See, I honestly think about it as both. Because I feel like you get 50-50. You get a lot of creepy Halloween shit, and then the stuff of him going through Christmas Town, that's a fucking Christmas movie. That's legit. That's like authentic Christmas cheer vibes, and then him being Santa is 50-50. It's creepy. He's scaring the fuck out of people, but he's delivering presents on Christmas night. I don't know. I wash my hands of the bracket stuff. I entrust it to the bracket master, but I feel like that's a controversial choice, leaving that off the bracket.
Yeah, it's one that I looked at hard, and it probably was my last one out because I know people have strong feelings about that movie and really like it. It just, to me, like when I read about it, I only watched it once. I'm not a fan. Don't like Tim Burton shit. And then I read that he pretty much was sitting on the fence with it. He wanted it to be a Halloween and Christmas movie. And I was like, I didn't like it. It's not Christmas fully. I was enough to keep me off of it, but I knew someone. I knew you guys would be a little butthurt. How about other one? Trading Places. Is that a Christmas movie to you guys? To me, it was like not really a Christmas movie.
Here's
I would have to rewatch
what's
it. It's been too long.
going
Same
to
here.
happen. Nightmare Before Christmas is officially not a Christmas movie.
Oh shit.
When Danny Elfman and Henry Selick both say that it's a Halloween movie,
Fair enough.
you kind of have to listen to the
Yeah.
director and the composer.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I again, I did a lot of research on it, and I knew it would be a controversial decision, but everything that I read was like, it's not a Christmas movie. It's not. But yeah, Danny Elfman saying that.
Watch this. Watch this.
Have you?
There's white stuff on my chin.
Last one to talk about before we move
Let's
on to
come.
the next matchup. That's not cool. The night before with Seth Rogen and
Oh,
Joseph
yeah.
Gordon-Levitt.
Love that
I've never
movie.
even seen that movie. Is that?
I have
love
not
it.
either.
I've seen it. I thought
It's
it was
so funny.
I thought it was mediocre. It had some good gags. I've only seen it once in the theaters. I'd have to give it a rewatch. But if you're looking for like an R-rated, decent Christmas movie, I'd say it's ranks decent or above.
Is it better or worse than Office Christmas Party?
Better.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right, fair enough. All right, so the next matchup, 9 versus 8 seed. Cheech pushed for this hard. I've seen it maybe once, but we went with the ref, number 9. Dennis Leary, Kevin Spacey, who's a fucking icon, versus 8 seed Gremlins. We'll go to you first, Kevin. How do you? I feel like I know how you're gonna vote, but I guess officially, how do you vote?
Yeah, I've only seen the ref once. I don't remember leaning one way or the other. I feel like both of these movies are kind of Die Hard in a way where they loophole themselves in. Like they take place on Christmas, but I could be wrong about the ref, but I don't feel like Christmas is their central theme. And as far as movies that I like better, I gotta vote Gremlins.
Fair enough. Shuddy, what are you thinking?
I've also only seen the ref once, and gonna surprise a lot of people when say I've only seen Gremlins 2 or 3 times. So,
Wow.
I'm voting
Yeah.
for Gremlins strictly because of its popularity, its relevance still in pop culture today.
Fair enough. Well, it's gonna advance then, but Dom, what would you pick?
I've never seen the ref, so I'm going Gremlins is a classic. I love the Gremlins. I'm going with Gremlins. There's really not much that probably could have beat Gremlins out. That's
All
what
right.
I'm going with.
Next matchup, 5 versus 12 seed. The 12 seed actually was like a late addition. It's like when the college basketball committee selects the teams, like the automatic bids, the at-large bids, like the small schools that win their small conferences are pretty locked in from like 13 to 16. And then it gets a little weird in 10 to 11 and 12. So I left the 12 open for a while, and I eventually gave it to the Santa Claus, the Tim Allen one. And I put that up against Santa Claus's helper, Elf, Will Ferrell, as the 5 seed. Elf, honestly, Elf is a 5-dicker for me. I think it's the best non 1 seed Christmas movie in my opinion. Like the top 4 are pretty locked in, but it was tough keeping Elf out of there. Ooh,
those 2 movies hit at 2 very different points in my life. Like when the Santa Claus came out, my sister was at the age where that was something that as a family I got dragged to go see. And as a teenager wanted no part of it. And ended up having a pretty decent time. But then Elf came out when Draven was little, and that was kind of like I actively sought that out to share that with him. So I have a much higher opinion of Elf than I do the Santa Claus. And I agree that Elf is a 5-dick holiday movie.
Yeah. What do you think, Kevin?
I've only seen the Santa Claus once, and I remember it being good. Obviously, I feel like with most people, I've seen Elf a bunch of times. I don't love Elf as much as everybody else seems to, but I do love it. I do think it's worth putting on every year. There's a lot of gags that kind of didn't work for me, but there's enough good shit where, yeah, it's
Like, what gag didn't work for you?
I don't know. Some of his elf antics were a little annoying to me.
Like the spaghetti with the maple syrup.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
I like that part.
Sound like real cotton-headed niggy-muggins right now.
But I don't know. It was, yeah, Elf is awesome. I'm not as fully on board as everybody else seems to be, but I'm not one dick in it like the Matrix. Like Elf is awesome. I would like to rewatch
Don't
the
take
Santa
any shots
Claus
at anyone in the panel.
because I do remember liking it. And I do kind of want to check out the sequels too because they brought in Martin Short, and I love Martin Short.
He has to be an elf, right?
No,
He has to be like
no,
the lead
No,
elf.
he's Jack Frost.
Yeah, he's
Try
like
to-
Oh.
He tries to, again, because these all came like he is trying to become Santa Claus. He's trying to
oh, he wants to dethrone Tim Allen.
dethrone Tim Allen as Santa Claus.
I rewatched Santa Claus last night, and I love like the premise of like what kind of makes him Santa Claus. So
Yeah.
Santa Claus is delivering presents, and he like inadvertently knocks him off his roof, kills him, and then he has to like
He gets
be
drafted
Santa
into
Claus that
service.
Yeah,
he gets drafted, and then he ends up meeting the head elf at the end of the night, who's played by David Krumholtz, who
Yep.
sounds like he's fucking 40, and I guess he's only 60. We looked this up last night. I guess he's only 16 at the time, the oldest sounding 16-year-old ever. And I just like the idea of it's like, no, dude, you got to be back here by Thanksgiving next year. And that's that. Like, you fucking, it like the clause, it's Santa Claus, but it's got an E at the end because it's like a contract clause. And I was like, we were talking before we
get it
started
now.
watching it. I was like, why the fuck, why is it clause with an E? And we couldn't figure it out. Then they answer it right on, or like right at the beginning. But I just like that this guy, like they go through the previous year of him waiting to be Santa Claus, and he's fighting and he's fighting and he's fighting. And it's just like his beard's growing in. He can't stop eating sugar and cookies.
yeah. It's a good premise. I remember it being a good movie. I remember Tim Allen being awesome in it. But I mean, yeah, it's a death wish going up against Elf. This early, at least. What do you think,
Speaking
Tom?
of Death Wish. Oh wait, no. What are your thoughts on this stuff, Tom?
Elf's a 5-dicker for me also. Santa Claus I've seen once a while ago, and it was good, but I mean I don't think I ever really went back out to rewatch it again. It didn't really hold that high of a place for me. So, but Elf, no question, 5-dicker.
Santa Claus got a series, by the way, on Disney Plus.
Yep.
Nice.
Interestingly enough.
As of this year?
Yeah.
No. Oh wow.
Yep.
Wait, is
Cool.
Tim Allen, is he the Santa Claus in it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We were talking about it as we were watching last night, and Bill had the theory that he's been kind of kicked out of Hollywood for being too Republican. But apparently that's not true. Apparently Disney's all right with him.
Yeah.
Which is weird since they fired Gina Carano for being too Republican.
That is weird, isn't it? Those woke motherfuckers. Anyways, next one. Speaking of
This is going to be
speaking of
controversial.
lopsided first round matchup, the 13 seed Jingle All the Way, 4 seed Christmas Vacation. I think you have strong opinions on this one, Shuddy, but I know, Kevin, you have a strong anti-Jingle All the Way opinion, and that fucking confuses me.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on this?
I saw Jingle All the Way in the theater as a kid. I remember being kind of let down by it. And then we did an Ella Show review of it like a year or two ago, and I rewatched it, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. And I remember being like, "Yeah, this is kind of fucking stupid." And I love Arnold. It doesn't make sense, but for some reason, Jingle All the Way didn't really do it for me.
I don't get it because we talked about this early. How like most Christmas movies are kind of dumb, right? And it follows the pretty simple standard Christmas movie recipe, except it has Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger and Phil Hartman, who's fucking awesome. And he's awesome in the movie too. I just don't get like how you aren't able to almost like have two thoughts in your head. Like one, this movie isn't as good as like a regular Arnold movie. And two, it's a Christmas movie, so it's got some inherent cheese in it. So
I don't know. I didn't like it as a kid, and then I watched it as an adult, and I was like, I don't like this as an adult.
well, I mean, you're a stupid kid and you're even dumber adult. Shuddy, jump in here.
I don't know what you think I'm going to do to help your cause, because I'm in the same boat as Kevin. It's a meh movie. I think it's the weaker of the Arnold comedy, the weakest of the Arnold comedy trilogy.
I might argue that Junior is worse. When you would
say Junior's worse?
Yeah, Junior's terrible.
Considerably worse. I'm not even gonna like shit on Twins, but Jingle All the Way is a better movie than Twins.
No, Twins is awesome.
No fucking way. That is absolutely not true.
Listen, you're anti-True Lies. You're fucking.
No, I'm not anti-True Lies. I'm just not going to be a sheep and be told that it's supposed to be a great movie when it's just an okay movie.
Fair enough. Well, Jingle All the Way versus Christmas Vacation. If I don't get any Jingles All the Way support out of you, Dom, I'm shit out of luck here.
I recently looked at my rating on Letterboxd as of 2 years ago. I watched it for the first time, December 11th, 2020. I gave it 4.5 dicks. But Christmas Vacation is a set it and forget it 5 dicker, so that one wins for me.
Christmas Vacation would be my one seed.
Yeah, that and Christmas Story, I was really having a hard time to choose between those two, and I honestly think those two are going to end up facing each other on that side of the bracket for the.
Let's take our quick billionth sidebar of the episode. Dom, did you watch A Christmas Story Christmas?
Not yet.
I'd be curious to get your thoughts.
Listening to what you said about it last week or the week before that, I definitely am moving it up my list.
I completely forgot though. So I actually did watch the natural sequel to A Christmas Story, which is A Christmas Story 2 with Daniel Stern as the dad. And yeah, that movie sucked ass.
Okay.
It was like straight to DVD in 2012. It wasn't ghastly horrible, but it did suck. I was expecting it to be worse, but it was still really bad. And it's hard to not enjoy yourself when Daniel Stern is on screen. He's just
right.
I fucking love that guy. But yeah, that movie sucked balls. Christmas Story Christmas is worth watching in my opinion, but I know a lot of people think that sucked ass too. All right, so Christmas Vacation advances.
Yep. Now let's go over to the other side of the bracket. Well, we got the 3 seed and my favorite Christmas movie ever, Bad Santa, versus, I guess, what's a guilty pleasure and something we watched on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? 14th seed, Jack Frost. Just two
not the horror movie
leading
one.
Men going head to head here. Michael Keaton versus Billy Bob Thornton.
And
the Michael Keaton Jack Frost, not the Shannon Elizabeth horror movie Jack Frost.
Important distinction. Good call.
Both of which we did on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch?
Yes.
So Dom,
Kelly
what do you
Preston
pick?
Might be the hottest chick in all of these movies.
Yeah, she's bad. R.I.P. Dom,
what do you think here?
Bad Santa on this one.
I feel like Bad Santa is the unanimous.
Yeah. I don't even know if I've ever seen Jack Frost.
Why do you guys hate on Jack Frost so much? I mean, I guess I already got your thoughts.
Well,
on
I mean,
Dom,
it's not that
or,
we're hating
Shelly.
on Jack Frost as much
Yeah.
as we're loving up on Bad Santa.
Exactly. And Kevin, Jack Frost is definitely worth a watch.
Both of them.
Never seen it. Yeah.
Both of them
Both
are
of
worth
them.
a
Yes,
watch.
both of them are worth a watch.
You guys both gave it a 2 dicks.
Yeah, but in What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? That's like a 4.5.
We'll see what we gave the other Jack Frost. I'm trying to remember what I rated
I have
it.
made it known that the highest of
3.5.
that most movies on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch get would ever be a 3. And I've pretty much stuck to that unless it's something I've brought to the table.
Yeah, or like a childhood favorite of yours that we decided to watch, right?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the horror one has a better score on Letterboxd than the Christmas one.
Oh, the Christmas one is cheesy as fuck. Like it's like it's worth watching because it's a bad movie. You don't have to do that every time I cough just because Dom's here.
Look, the people expect it, Shuddy. All right, so who in the Clark household is a fan of fucking Jack Frost?
Me.
No,
I love Jack Frost. I'm gonna watch it in the next couple days for sure.
What a chode you
I
are.
don't understand what you're you said you didn't even really see it. You don't remember watching it, so why are you so strong against it?
Kevin, you have homework. You have to watch Jack Frost before next episode.
God damn it. Well, it's on HBO Max.
Yes, give him that homework, Shetty.
I mean, you like Michael Keaton, right? And everyone likes
And Kelly Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you like Robert Baratheon.
And Henry Rollins.
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Understand that it's Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. It's going to be a little cheesy, but...
It's Christmas schlock. That's exactly what it is. Like, it is super schlocky.
You should watch both Jack Frost by next week.
Jesus Christ.
That's a high ask. It's a big ask.
Yeah.
You can't tell Dom you have to work, so I don't...
I have to look for jobs.
To take you with the homework.
Okay, so...
the next matchup might be our first upset. It's been all chalk thus far, but I put the 11 seed Scrooge. I rewatched Scrooge, and I wasn't as big of a fan of it, but I know keeping it off the bracket was impossible. Couldn't do that. I mean, it does have Bill Murray, one of the greatest Americans ever, versus 6 seed It's a Wonderful Life, which I rewatched after Miracle on 34th Street, going into it with a similar feeling that Kevin did when he rewatched Miracle on 34th Street. Like, I don't know about it. It's a Wonderful Life. And It's a Wonderful Life fucking bangs. That movie does kick ass, actually.
I will say that It's a Wonderful Life is a good movie. I really don't feel like it's a Christmas movie. So much of that movie doesn't take place or have anything to do with Christmas.
I think that's fair, but it's just synonymous with Christmas, right? It's
Fun fact, it was a bomb when it was released. It was a complete
NBC,
and total failure.
It's the NBC Christmas movie of the night, right? That's what they show it on.
And then as soon as it went into public domain and could be syndicated and was being shown on TV, that's when it became a Christmas classic.
Honestly, that's also the case for A Christmas Story. Christmas Story effectively bombed in the theaters.
It's a Wonderful Life was something I was forced to watch every year.
It's a real dry watch for a fucking kid.
And I have not watched it since I was old enough to shake that responsibility. So it would not even appear on my bracket if I was listing the movies. Scrooged is a Mount Rushmore Christmas movie for me.
I agree. I love Scrooged. I was an early adopter. I saw it as a kid. I've loved it ever since. Watching it through adult eyes, his eureka moment at the end is a little manic and borderline depraved.
It sure fuck. That is the one thing that I got from it when we rewatched it last year. I was like, he sounds like a fucking lunatic.
Yeah,
Like,
he's unhinged. He's a maniac.
Like, why is he not being committed by somebody?
Yeah, how are police not like a SWAT team rushing him? It's a very bizarre ending. But I mean, Bobcat Goldthwait's fucking awesome in it. It's got
Buster
epic.
Poindexter.
Oh yeah, great. Niagara Falls, Frankie. Niagara Falls. Great fucking Hall of Fame moments in Scrooged. Love it. It's some peak Bill Murray. Scared the shit out of me as a kid. Like when he gets teleported into the coffin that's being wheeled into an incinerator. Scared the fucking piss out of me.
Ghost of Christmas Future was pretty terrifying as a child.
When he opens up his robe and there's all those like ghoulies behind his rib cage.
Ghoulies.
Yeah, I love Scrooge.
Good movie.
Scrooge advances. I don't think I heard your official pick though here.
Yeah, I've never actually seen Scrooged all the way through. I've just flipping channels. Like actually, a few nights ago, I saw it flipping channels and was enjoying all the jokes that I was hearing. I only watched it for maybe 5-10 minutes, and then that was it. And I have never watched the whole thing. It's a Wonderful Life. I've seen the whole movie, so I'm gonna have to go with that one only because I've seen it all the way through. But that's
by default.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should watch Scrooged. It's on
my list. It's up. All right, on Pluto. It's up there on my list before the end of the season for sure.
Fair enough. I actually thought it would have been flipped. I thought you wouldn't have seen It's a Wonderful Life and would have watched Scrooge. So, going down to the final quarter of the bracket, the 7 seed, Home Alone 2, which as I look at it now, I think is could be underseeded. Actually, I don't. It's fair, but I love Home Alone 2. I fucking love that movie. And it's going against 10 seed Black Christmas, which is this is where I defer to my brothers on this one. They love Black Christmas. I seen it once and I remember it being like fucking scary. Like I thought it was a legit horror movie.
Mm-hmm. Which one are we talking about?
Yeah, the one from
1974,
right?
No, not the Medea one. Okay. Yeah.
Not the 2006 Lacey Chabet one or the 2019 Imogen Poots one.
Oh, I love imagining poops.
No, great question though.
I'd like to recuse myself because I've never seen Black Christmas. So I
saw it and I thought it was kind of boring.
By default, you go Home Alone 2, right?
Yeah, I mean, which is a great fucking movie. I'm not,
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like if you had watched Black Christmas, you'd be voting for Home Alone 2. Black Christmas is pretty dated, it's almost 50 years old. Horror back then didn't have to do a lot of heavy lifting. I don't know. I vote for Home Alone 2. But Dom, you love horror movies.
Yeah, I do have a strong opinion. I'm going Black Christmas on this one.
Wow.
I checked my Letterboxd score. They both have 3.5 dicks for Black Christmas 1974 and Home Alone 2. But if I really had to pick the Black Christmas movie, I'm going to go the 2006 one, which I gave 4 stars, which are better than both those movies in the bracket. I'm going with 2006 Black Christmas is my official pick.
Of course they are. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, Home Alone 2 advances, but the point noted. And thank you. You know what was interesting, actually? Black Christmas was directed by the same guy who did A Christmas Story, Bob Clark. How fucking random is that? Now, I guess not random, but that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like the most wholesome movie ever versus a not wholesome movie. I don't know. Thought it was interesting. All right, final matchup of the first round. This was put back onto my radar, a movie that I actually really liked by Melvin, longtime legendary Puminati.
OG Puminati.
Yeah, he hit me up on Twitter and was saying Just Friends, awesome Christmas movie that needs to be on there. So I have it as a 15 seed. I rewatched it recently and it was good. Not as good as I remember it, but I thought good enough to make the Christmas bracket. And that's going against number 2, Home Alone.
Yeah, ridiculous. I mean, I haven't seen Just Friends recently.
Right.
my first reaction is I remember laughing a lot at it and thinking it was really good, but it's not gonna fucking can't beat. Home
this
Alone.
is one of those matchups where there's really nothing that's going to. There's not very many contenders to knock off Home Alone.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, Just Friends is good. It's definitely a 3.5. I give it 3.5 dicks and Letterboxd D, but it's still going to be a squash match when it comes to Home Alone, because Home Alone's a 5 dicker for sure, and nothing can really touch it. It's going to be like Kevin said right recently. I watched it like twice in the past less than a week, I think. So
it's it's just all chalk so far.
No, Scrooge beat It's a Wonderful
Oh,
Life.
that was forgot poor seating on that one.
Yeah, I guess. All right, going
Selection
back
committee
up.
did a shit job there.
Here we go. Going back up to the top left-hand corner. 1 seed Christmas Story advanced to play 8 seed Gremlins.
Yeah.
It's tough. Probably don't see an upset here, but can either one of you guys make a pro Gremlins argument?
No.
no, unfortunately, no.
All right, we don't have to spend too much time on it. It's
So
cool.
it's just to go back to It's a Wonderful Life. That was my mother's favorite Christmas movie, so I got forced to watch that. A Christmas Story is my dad's favorite Christmas movie, and getting to watch that because my mother fucking hates it was like we were doing something we weren't supposed to. So that movie has a lot of sentimental meaning. I have a lot of love for A Christmas Story.
Why does your mom hate Christmas Story?
She just thinks it's stupid. It's not. She doesn't like it. She just doesn't think it's funny at all.
Fuck. That is such a hot take.
Fuck.
I mean,
It is a hot take.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't even like Matrix, so you're like a fucking specialist at these movie hot takes.
Yeah, I'm a
but
specialist of hot takes. You're right.
I understand it's not that funny, but like I can't. That is some just diehard, passionate loyalty towards It's a Wonderful Life. I kind
I'm
of like
also
it.
not a big fan of Point Break either, which is a Keanu Reeves movie.
There's no reason to just go out of your way to shit on a fucking classic. I don't even know.
But one of my favorite Keanu Reeves movie is that one Knock Knock, where those 2 girls sneak into his house.
And they try
That one.
to give him a blowjob sandwich, and he wants to fight it.
Yeah.
That is a controversial movie. I've seen a lot of people either defend it or just say it's just utter street trash. I kind of enjoyed it. I thought it's pretty horny.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a horny ass movie. But yeah, what's our next matchup?
Elf versus Christmas Vacation.
Wow, this is going to be divisive.
Could be. Dom, where do you stand on this
Let me
one? I'll
start.
give you first.
Christmas Vacation. I'm gonna have to just go right with Christmas Vacation. Set it and forget it.
Yep.
5 dicker.
Yep. That's
All right.
That's where we're at.
5 dicker. Yep.
And so is Elf though too, but it just has a little bit more a higher floor, I guess you could say, with Christmas Vacation.
I remember
Because
seeing.
I mean, we all saw Christmas Vacation as children, right?
Yeah, I saw
mm-hmm.
it in the theater, and that part where he lubes up his sled, and then just lightning bolts down the hill for some reason.
I wanted to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, I almost pissed myself laughing so hard, like for real. Like I was pinching my dick so no pee came out.
Yeah, dude. I like the little like comments, the little like throwaway jokes when he gets the fucking Christmas lights to work, and his father-in-law is like, "Oh, the little ones aren't twinkling, Clark."
Yep.
Like that one, or when he's like standing outside the conference room, and like all the fucking top executives come through, and he's like, "Oh, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, fuck you, fuck him, fuck that guy." And he's just like,
Kiss my ass, kiss your ass, kiss his ass.
like, what kind of fucking corporate life do you guys have over there?
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
man.
endless Hall of Fame gags. Even like Brian Doyle Murray as the boss, and Clark walks in. He's like, "What do you want, greaseball?" And then he puts down the wrapped present identical to every single one every employee gave him. Looks like a Tetris piece.
Yeah, like
Fucking
never
rules.
gets his name right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
What do you
rules.
want, Chandler?
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Going back up to the top right. Bad Santa versus Scrooge. Oh wait. No, we all wait in. Shuddy, what do you think here? Bad Santa versus Scrooge.
Scrooged.
Yeah.
I had a feeling
I gotta
Bad
take-
Santa could get upset here. Wait. I cut you off, Kevin. Dom, you come in. Dom, what do
Bad
you think
Santa.
here?
Bad
Thank
Santa.
God. Kevin, what do you pick?
Here comes the tiebreaker. Scrooged. It's fucking
Oh.
Scrooged, man. Scrooge is awesome.
Ooh. I bet.
Fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
I think it's gonna be awesome. But I think Bad Santa it's too funny. I just love Bad Santa. But I wasn't upset, Jeff.
I think out of all these movies, with all due respect to Jimmy Stewart, I think Billy Bob Thornton has the best acting performance out of anyone here.
Well, I think that this also comes down to you saw Scrooge as a child, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
So did I. So there's that. It's been, in part of our Christmas movie thing forever.
Yeah.
Where Bad Santa is newer.
Yeah,
isn't-
I mean, you think Billy Bob Thornton put in a better performance than Joe Pesci in Home Alone?
I do.
Wow.
I do. This
right.
is my favorite Christmas movie.
Fair enough.
Billy Bob Thornton, literally from the opening shot where he's puking outside the bar, it is a fucking tour de force. It's like, oh, yes. Yes. I love that fucking movie. All right, Scrooge. Hey, whatever. You pussies have it. This is, to me, maybe this is the most interesting matchup of the entire bracket thus far. Home Alone 2, the 7 seed, versus the 2 seed Home Alone. It really kind of depends on what day you get me on. Obviously, I went Home Alone, the original first, right? That's why it's a 2 seed. But I could be talked into either which way. But Kevin, where do you stand on the Home Alone battle?
I'm old enough where I saw both of them in theaters, and can't beat a classic. Home Alone 1 wins.
So you don't think Home Alone 2 is a classic? Or just less classic?
No, I liked it. I watched it last year with my family in Jersey, and it's got some epic moments. But yeah, I mean, come on, the first one is
It's just the original. That's
it's untouchable.
Yep.
But that's the thing. Like they had the premise for Home Alone, so obviously they threw everything at it, and then they're like, "This is a fucking juggernaut. This is a gold mine. We need sequels." So all the traps, all the best traps, I feel, got used in the first one. It's way easier to tee up and believe, a kid stuck at home, he has home field advantage, than him just being in, what was it, his uncle's abandoned New York brownstone?
Yeah, which is going nowadays for a cool 30-40 million.
Yeah.
Like the McAllisters are effectively in the Illuminati.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Home Alone 1.
Fair enough. I'm trying to find the box office gross because I heard so the budget on Home Alone was 18 million. You guys know what the box office was?
No.
400 million?
476.
Wow.
Wow.
That is revenue right there.
Oh, yeah.
Someone retired off of that. Fucking all right. Well, whatever. Shuddy, what do you think about the Home Alone battle?
I mean, Home Alone 1 for me also. I have only seen Home Alone 2 Lost in New York a handful of times.
Oh wow.
But Home Alone is a regular Christmas viewing movie.
Yep, I agree with all of that. Home Alone 1 for sure.
I want to say I watch Home Alone 2 almost as much as Home Alone 1. But yeah, I mean, I agree with all your guys' earlier points, so that's why it's seated ahead of it. All right, going back over. This is a tough one, and we're gonna go to you for Shuddy. The first vote. Number one seed in this entire thing, A Christmas Story, versus number 4, Christmas Vacation.
As I
Okay.
said at the start, Christmas Vacation would be my number one seed. So I'm sticking with that. That is, I definitely don't go out of my way to watch many Christmas movies, but I make it a point to watch Christmas Vacation every year
All right.
because it is just start to finish just a great time.
Yeah, there's no fat on that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
So you're voting Christmas Vacation too, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, you're putting my two favorite Christmas movies against each other, but like I'm with Shuddy. Christmas Vacation's my favorite Christmas movie.
Me too. So I didn't forget it. That's my favorite.
The Ronco.
That's right.
All right, Christmas Vacation makes it to the finals, and sounds like it's a heavy favorite to win, but still gotta finish off the bracket, obviously. 11 seed Scrooge made it. Wow, slayed It's a Wonderful Life, slayed Bad Santa, and made it all the way to the final four, playing 2 seed Home Alone. Kevin, you suck Scrooge off pretty heavily already so far. Do you like it better or worse than Home Alone?
Man, this is tough. And I'm trying to put myself into a hypothetical situation here where, like, Carl's over, we can watch one Christmas movie, and the choices are Home Alone and Scrooged.
And picking this movie determines the fate of your relationship.
Oh, I hate that. But
so you really have to choose wisely.
if I was picking selfishly,
Choose your destiny.
man, I fucking think I might go Scrooged. Yeah, I think it's Scrooged.
You taking your finger off the chess piece?
It's off.
All right. Shotty, what are you thinking?
I am going to go Home Alone. And that is because I think if you're somebody who is watching Scrooge now for the first time, it is not going to have aged as well as Home Alone. I think Home Alone is more timeless than Scrooge. Like Scrooged is very in the moment. It's very it very much feels like it was made in the late 80s, and as we said, Bill Murray goes right head first off the deep end at the very end of the movie. That kind of is weird as far as the tone of the rest of the film. And I think you don't have any of that with Home Alone, from opening scene to the credits. It's just, it has aged gracefully. Even to the point of being woke before its time, where Chris Columbus not wanting to make fun of an actual ugly girl, that the picture of Buzz's girlfriend is a boy with a wig on.
So you think
just,
Kevin McAllister going, Buzz, your girlfriend, woof.
Woof.
That counts as woke?
Well, no, I'm saying that I was making a joke that it wasn't even a girl. Like, they didn't want.
Yeah, they didn't want to pick
a
a girl to
yeah.
ridicule, so they just created a fake person. That way no actor has to get bummed out.
And thank God, because they did that without knowing how big of a success this was going to be. And that person, if it was a girl, would have been Buzz's ugly girlfriend for the rest of her life.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good call.
Yeah, and now Home Alone would probably be on some problematic list.
What do you think,
We
Dom?
don't want that.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
You passed It's a Wonderful Life last round, right? Because you didn't even watch Scrooge.
Right.
So Home Alone's an easy one for you.
Yeah, I can't hit
All
on
right.
that.
Final matchup: 4 Christmas Vacation versus 2 Home Alone. Dom, what are you thinking? Set it and
Christmas
forget
Vacation.
it.
Yep, Christmas Vacation. But I love both of these movies so much. But I'm gonna have to. If I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
It just never gets old. No matter how many times I watch it, just makes me laugh all the time, and just the jokes just never get old. And same with Home Alone, but there's just a little bit more laughable moments in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, even the played out ones. Like, I still laugh for the 1,000th time at Shitter's Full.
God,
Yep.
I say it at any time I get to use that in something. I say it. It just
Like, every side character is fucking crucial. Like, even Julia Louis-Dreyfus and her yuppie husband that live next door.
Yep.
Oh, they kill it.
That scene when the lights go on and they're blinded and just trash their bedroom.
Yeah.
It is fucking hysterical.
Like, the grandparents that show up at the end, the fucking, like, just looped out grandma.
Aunt Bethany.
Yeah, Aunt Bethany, and then the other guy.
Puts the fucking cat in the box with
Hey, Grizz, if you're not doing anything useful, will you grab my stogies? Throwaway
That's a
lines are
great
fucking
impression.
brilliant.
Dude, the beef that I would have loved just to see another spin-off movie of Clark Griswold dealing with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and her boyfriend. Like that beef in between the neighbors is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And when he gets home with the tree and the guy's like, Clark, where do you think you're putting a tree that big? And he's like, bend over and I'll show you. And he's like, you got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, Clark. He's like, I wasn't talking to you. It's like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
And then it just pans over to Julia Louis-Dreyfus, whose jaw is hanging open. Like, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. I saw that movie as a kid and laughed start to finish. And then you watch it every year and more jokes make sense. And then it's just like, how did they fucking do this? How did they make such a perfect fucking movie?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's on the conversation for the short list for one of the greatest movies ever made. I'd go that strongly with it. I mean,
I would too.
It's
mean, I'm not
definitely
gonna
a
go
Kevin
crazy.
Kraft classic with a K for sure.
I mean, can we confidently say that it's a top 50 movie ever?
I'd say it's
Easily.
comfortably in the top 10.
Top 10. Wow. I have to really think about that, but like if we did a bracket for just movies.
Like, if you
I
think
mean,
about what makes a movie, just something that enhances your life and brings you joy, even when that movie's not on, you can quote it in the right scenario, and everybody in the room will get it, and it'll get a big laugh. Like, growing up, I called my dad, like, Clark, he called me Rusty. Like, it's just, I don't know. If you're in the right age bracket, I suppose, it's just entrenched in your fucking DNA.
I feel like it's the best of the National Lampoon movies.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Easily. Yep.
I do think Vegas Vacation is slightly underrated.
Yes.
Like I would put
I mean,
Vacation too.
I haven't seen any of the others in quite a while.
Dude,
Vacation and European Vacation?
Yeah. First one's really good. The first Vacation.
Yeah, they're good, but they're no Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Great. So Christmas Vacation's the winner, huh? 4 seed.
Sure is.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of how I,
I don't
saw
hate
it
it
going.
at all. Yeah, I don't hate it at all. I my personal favorite's Bad Santa, but I wouldn't have been disappointed if anything up to or down to Elf won. Like if Elf somehow squeaked through, I'm like, you know what, that's cool. But hey, well done, guys. Thanks, Tom, for your help.
Oh,
And
you're
I think we
welcome.
got a fair winner.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting that together.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, shout out to House Clark.
Yeah,
Solid work.
It was a Clark Compound exclusive. Worked on it together for the past week or so. So happy that you guys enjoyed it. Got some good podcasting out of it.
All right, if you guys have anything you want to get off your chest. I'm grinding up
let's
some
do the
weed.
bees
Oh.
knees thing.
We've got to do some stuff while he does some stuff.
Well, I'm grinding up some fresh bud here. I've got.
He's
This is-
about to go Beezin.
This is from the brand Kranja. Is that how you fucking say it? Kranja, whatever the fuck that means. The
I'll
strain
grind up some weed myself.
is Cap Junkie. So that is what I will be tokeling upon.
So are you supposed to do this after you smoke
Yes.
or before?
So smoke first, and then apply the Peppermint Burt's Bees lip balm to the eyelids.
Have you watched videos of it being done?
No. Maybe I should
Okay.
have.
And you're sure you don't have to turn your eyelid?
Oh no!
That's a pretty
Okay,
gnarly.
again.
That's a pretty gnarly addition. I feel like if that was part of it, that makes this headline way more grabby. If you have to fucking turn your eyelids inside out in order to partake.
Yeah, remember when he tried to get Kevin to eat the balut egg raw? He's like, no, I'm pretty sure you can just eat it raw. And he like hatched it, and it was like it was literally a duck. It was a duck.
Yeah,
Little
with
feather. It
feathers.
was like,
Feathers
all
and a
right,
beak.
maybe not. Yeah, like, all right, yeah, maybe you boil it.
And people do eat that shit raw, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like drinking water in Mexico. That's got to be a from birth activity. That'll kill a cracker like me.
I'll never do that again. I learned my lesson.
All right, well, I have Bubbles McCree packed up. I have my Burt's Bees peppermint earwax.
Let's say earwax.
Lip balm. The fuck am
You
I
keep
talking about? I'm already stoned.
You keep saying
You
peppermint.
just got a
Is-
whiff
is
of
that
it
a
and
thing?
your brain turned off.
I know.
I didn't even know they had like seasonal lip balm.
It's not seasonal. It's just a flavor or scent.
Oh, it's not specific for the holiday season?
No.
Because Chapstick does a candy cane one, a peppermint one for
Well-
Christmas time.
This is a year-round thing. So I'm about to go Beezin. I have my Burt's Bees lip balm.
Do you have to put it
Peppermint
on
flavor.
both eyelids?
Yes. I have my packed bubbler here. Bubbles McCree, ready to go. I shall take a tokel or two. Oh, no!
It's
Oh.
clogged.
What do you do?
It's clogged. Kevin's not maintaining his smoking equipment.
Here we go.
Dude, all my smoking equipment's clogged. I gotta unclog it.
The volcano has led me to not cleaning any of my smoking equipment because I don't need it. When is it? Do you clean out the bowl or do you just use the volcano?
Right.
Like,
like a
Yes,
No-brainer.
keep those shutty buttons coming.
Especially if you work. Fuck that.
Nice.
Ugh. Okay.
All right, here it goes.
I'll take another tiny.
No,
Since
take another big one.
Since I last used this bubbler, I feel like a lot of that has evaporated. That was a dry hit. Oh. It's like when you
So it was just like hitting a bowl.
Well, have you ever done a bong hit and you forgot to put water in it?
Nope.
That stinks. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, X-name the bong.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about any of your bong faux pas.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to reopen old wounds.
Bongs are no longer allowed in my house.
Kevin X-nay on the bong.
Ong Bay. Jeff, Ong Bay.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
All right. I have smoked my pooperonis. Oh, I can't even
Pooperoni.
fucking stupid Burt's Bees.
I love that you didn't get it open and ready. And now you're trying
I know.
to do it when you have no marijuana tolerance anymore.
I kind of oh shit. I broke it a little bit. For some reason, I thought there would be some sort of integrity to opening a fresh thingy, but why? What sort of trickery would I pull? Okay, here we go.
All right. For
Kinda
those of
hurts.
you not watching, Kevin is putting peppermint lip balm on his eyelid. It's,
Oh god.
it looks
Jesus
like
Christ.
Did Carl teach you how to put makeup on your eyelids?
No, did I do a good job?
It looks like you knew what you were doing.
Oh,
Does it feel in any? Does it feel? Do you feel anything?
remember earlier when I put that ointment on my butt cheeks?
It
Yeah.
said it was
How
tingling.
could I forget?
Yes.
Now it feels like that's my eyeballs. Ooh.
Does it hurt or is it?
It doesn't
A little.
hurt. It feels like there's a cold breeze blowing on my face, and my eyeballs don't exist, and it's blowing into my skull.
Oh, that was a fun feeling on it. That's a fun feeling on ecstasy.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly.
I allegedly remember that too.
Like allegedly when you would have one of those, somebody with a Vicks Vapo stick in their blowing it in your face.
Yeah, you flip it around and blow into it, and then this is very similar. It would just be a lot more fun if I was on ecstasy. Allegedly.
Yeah, that allegedly sounds like a lot of fun. Allegedly.
So, oddly enough, my eyelids feel all gummy and sticky. I don't think I appreciate that.
Do you feel more stoned?
It's hard to
Feel
tell.
out of sorts. Right.
I mean,
I'm such a lightweight that, like, yeah, I'm really high. You know what? Maybe we should. Oh, wait. I think I might have a movie to review. Oh, I might not. Yeah, I'm high. Oh, yeah. I saw the new Pinocchio. The Guillermo
Wait a
del
minute.
Toro one that's on Netflix.
One of my brother said one of them's really good and one of them sucked. He already saw the one that sucked, right?
Yes. That was the Disney one with
Tom Hanks
Hanks.
as Geppetto.
yes.
Can you confirm what he said? Is this one actually pretty good?
Yeah. It was good. Again, similar complaints that I had with Spirited. It's long and has unnecessary songs in it. But
Which can be said for the original Pinocchio.
Pinocchio does sing a song about poop and farts. So, thumbs up for that. It's definitely creepy. It's dark as fuck. Holy shit. Some of the stuff they got away with for a PG movie is pretty surprising. Like, they actually have people doing the Hitler salute in it. Like, multiple times. So it's
Yikes.
like there's no swastikas, but these motherfuckers have black armbands on their army uniforms, and they do the. Oh, I should not have done that on camera.
No, you should not have. Oh my God, Kevin.
Oops! Out of context, that's going to seem really bad. I think I pulled away. Hey, guys, this Burt's Bees stuff works.
Yeah. It's made you high as fuck. You don't even know what you're doing anymore.
No, I need to mail one of you guys the iPad. Take over. Damn it!
Oh my God.
Damn it! But yeah, Pinocchio.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you pulled us
Pinocchio,
into that
Pinocchio.
conversation.
Pinocchio did it. I didn't do it. I think that pretty much covered it. I'm just looking over my notes now. The Blue Fairy is now what they call a wood sprite, and she looks like a Guillermo del Toro monster. She's like an angel with two weird sets of wings, and there's blinking eyeballs all over all of them. I mean, it gets fucking weird. But they could have easily cut the music, shortened down the runtime, would have made it way better. Oh yeah, I forgot to suck Pinocchio
all
dicks.
beezed up.
Yeah, what are you doing to Pinocchio's penis?
3.5 or 3.75. Hold on, I have to double check. Thank you, Letterbox D. 3.75.
All right.
This is so much fun for me.
I hate you, Shetty. Ow! It's starting to sting a little bit.
Are you gonna have to wash your eyes out before the before the Patreon?
No, I'm gonna try and let it ride.
Play through. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell because I'm such a lightweight and such a bitch.
Have you smoked that strain before?
Yeah.
And how did it affect you? Like, are you coherent enough to do a comparison between the last time and this time? And by the look on your face, that's a no.
That's why I'm laughing so hard. One of his eyelids is hanging lower than the other one, it looks like.
I am super fucking high right now. I think it worked. Or just I haven't hit the bubbler in a while. I don't think I've hit the bubbler since Jeff was here last. But,
Bubbles McCree.
Yeah, Bubbles McCree is kicking my ass.
I almost said Bubbles McCracken. Bubbles McCree.
Sounds like a sex move. Well, I'll say this. Fucking Patreon show is going to be fun.
It's going to be real fun because when I was telling you, I don't think we had discussed that you were going to be Beezin when I told you that we were going to be trying to pronounce the most mispronounced words.
Oh, that's right. Oh, no. I'm going to be terrible at that. Man.
Don't worry. I don't think you could be worse than me.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you, Shuddy Boy, for having something prepared because I'm so high right now. There's a good chance that I'm useless, but yeah, still more adventure to come. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. While you're out snagging up holiday gifts for everybody, why not have a treat yourself moment? Sign up for our Patreon. Get yourself some excellent programming. The four of us work very hard into pumping out as much entertaining content as we can. Shout out to you guys with your What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? I don't think we've teased what the next episode is, right?
No, not yet, but I'll actually reveal it right now if you guys are...
Yeah, I don't even know what it is.
It's going to be that Hulk Hogan Christmas movie, Santa with Muscles.
I didn't even know that was
We talked about it last year when we found out about it. Yeah.
Is this a movie you've seen, Dom?
I have not seen it, no, but the premise just sounds ridiculous. That Hulk Hogan is a conceited self-made millionaire who sells bodybuilding supplements and equipment that have his picture on them. And somehow he becomes a Santa and chaos or hilarity ensues from there. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Oh, man.
What an elevator pitch.
It's on Tubi.
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
it's streaming on Tubi. So it's available to all to watch. So we will be that'll be coming soon.
Fuck
Patreon.
Yeah. Jeff, do your snack attacks are the stuff of legends? Do you have any Christmas specific treats on the lineup?
I gotta go back to Trader Joe's to see what else I got, but I do have a Jingle Jangle that I gotta review, which is their candy coated pretzels. There's peanut butter coated pretzels with Oreos or JoJo's and M&M's. Sounds bomb.
Holy shit.
It's like $4. It's at fucking Trader Joe's. Check it out. Trader Joe's, I'm telling you, they kill it.
That snack sounds like when you go to Taco Bell and you get your drink cup and you just tap each little lever down the whole line.
Yeah, it was like Michael Scott at Pretzel Day.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. If you'd like to see these episodes on YouTube, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. And you can also follow us all on Instagram. I am at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records.
At Dominator 311.
And at MSPH Podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. Jeff, promote your sports betting podcast.
Yeah, it's called Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark. Just grinding this NFL season. So that's pretty much all my podcast is until the start of the new year. Then I'll do some NBA stuff. So check it out. Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
Shuddy and Dom, any closing plugs?
I don't have anything.
Nope.
All right, friends, this is going to be an interesting journey. Jesus Christ, I'm getting higher by the second. Oh, God,
Don't
what
forget
have I
to write
done?
down what time we ended so you know where.
Jesus Christ, that was a long show. Fuck. Shit. Thanks for listening, everybody. But until next time, something.